So as we're comfortably sitting in the governor's house,
Mm,
waiting, right?
Mr. Poles waiting patiently.
We were sent with a letter from the commander
Yes.
explaining all the things that the Jews had done to me in particular.
Mm-hmm. And this is, and the letter is back in Acts 23, but we are starting in Acts 24.
And he sent us to Felix,
Yes.
the governor. So he's probably, Felix is the most important person in the area, probably.
In this area, yeah, it
This
does
is
seem
the
so.
commander's boss.
Yes, I think so, right?
Right.
So
And where are we?
we're in Acts 24.
24,
Yeah, verse 1.
verse 1. Now after 5 days, Ananias the high priest came down with the elders, and a certain orator named Tertullus.
Mm.
These
So,
gave evidence to the governor against Paul. Huh?
right. Because remember, they asked, they waited, they wanted the Jews to come, or the Pharisees, the high priest, they wanted them to come there to give evidence because it was a safer place, so they knew what the charge was. It's a safe place for Paul to be protected. So they're coming down. They're coming to wherever this is.
To explain to who?
To probably the court or whatever. Maybe
So
Felix.
Tertullus is
Maybe
with the Jews
yes. So I misunderstood. Yes,
as well as Ananias.
yes. Well,
So
Ananias,
the commander and Felix are supposedly in Paul's corner,
right? At least
almost
protecting,
acting as his legal guidance now, right? And his
kind of.
only tether to life.
Right. It. That's true. Yeah, you're right. And
And
to
Tertullus and
he's
the
just a
Jews,
narrator. He's more of a he just is
Tertullus is the only one that's good with words, right?
right. He's good with words, so they
And
put him
he
in.
said yes, because I'm assuming they went, who's going to talk to the governor? And
Right.
nobody raised their hand.
So they're like, okay, we're gonna pay you. No, just joking.
No, you're probably right. They said there's a bonus in it for you. Wow. Yeah, you're probably right. They did pay him, and it's probably not in the Bible. Okay. So Tertullus began his accusation saying,
In a way, it's like legal counsel, right?
pretty much, yeah.
Right.
So he began saying, seeing that through you we enjoy great peace and prosperity is being brought to this nation by your foresight. What is going? So if we sound it out more and explain it, because it didn't make sense.
Right. So verse 2, right again, right?
Seeing that through you, as in referring to Felix, the governor,
Yes.
we, the Jewish people, enjoy great peace and prosperity. So you made things really good for us.
Right. Because they don't want to get in trouble, right? They want to come with a nice attitude, right?
Right.
They don't
And
want to be
prosperity is being brought to this nation by your foresight. We accept it always and in all places, most noble Felix, with all thankfulness.
hmm,
Do you, it's almost Christmas time now, Mother. In 2 months, it's going to be Christmas. Do you remember a story of Rudolph
right. Yes.
and how
Well,
his nose was so very bright on Christmas morning?
right.
And the concept of Rudolph's nose changing color. Do you believe that it's possible that the Jewish people's noses were also changing, but maybe just not in the same color? Maybe they were brown nosing, right?
Well, they definitely don't want to be thrown in jail, so I'm sure there's some.
Right, because they are most certainly lying.
Right. I mean, they're not lying. Right. Well, they're probably. this
and
is
abusing their own laws and customs to definitely not follow Roman law,
right, and they're trying to get Paul.
right? They're trying to kill this dude.
Yes, dead, exactly. So yeah, but they understand that this is the governor, so they better be respectful at the same time, right?
Let's start out with that.
Right, because you
I
can't.
don't know.
Well,
Because
it takes.
then it's the why you being so nice to me?
Yes, we know
You
all about
didn't
it.
have to go that far. You could have said, with all due respect, sir, governor, this man has broken our laws.
You didn't
But you
have to
didn't
do
say that.
all the extra flattery, right?
Hey,
Oh,
all these tassels to distract mother.
mm. But here he's going with nevertheless, so you know things are going to change.
Right. Nevertheless, not to be tedious to you any further, I beg you to hear by your courtesy a few words from us. That means it's about to be tedious as all get out, mother.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. When people say not to be tedious,
Right.
usually is tedious, right?
The with all with all due respect.
And
Or
then there's no respect.
no, none. For
Wow.
we have found this man a plague, a creator of dissension among all the Jews throughout the world, and a ringleader of the sect of the Nazarenes.
Mhm.
Ooh, said this man's a rebel. He's a rabble rouser.
Right.
He even tried to profane the temple, and we seized him and wanted to judge him according to our law. But the commander Lysias came by and with great violence took him out of our hands.
Now we right. So that's Lysurus. That's the commander's name, right? That wrote the letter that protected him.
Okay. Is that not a lie?
Well, he kind of did. Remember, they were ready to
With
kill him.
violence?
Well, it probably the violence. He actually tried to avoid the violence and get him out of the way so Paul wouldn't be killed. So yeah, there is a bit of
On the Jewish people's part.
yeah, yeah, you're right. But maybe
But
the
the
command
Jewish people are saying that the commander took them out of violence,
mm, they are
which he did not.
you try to avoid the violence, right?
Correct.
But in their mind, they might have said that was an overstep. They might have thought, right? So they're probably exaggerating it a little bit or a lot.
I understand, but you can't be doing that.
I know.
Commanding his accusers to come to you by examining him yourself, you may ascertain all these things on which we accuse him.
Mhm. So
He
now,
has
too,
now, we might go back and read the other letter right now
right. So the thing is,
because we're
these
about
guys,
to strangle these people with their words.
and maybe they don't know that their plot was revealed, and that's why he got out of there. And now they might know that Felix probably knows about the plot because
Right, right,
they
right.
just they think they're being innocent,
Yeah.
possibly.
And the Jews also assented, maintaining that these things were so.
So we can definitely go back to the letter if you want.
Yeah, it's in 23, starting at
Mm.
26.
Yeah.
So Claudius Lysias, to the most excellent governor Felix, greetings. This man was seized by the Jews and was about to be killed by them. Coming with the troops, I rescued him, having learned that he was Roman. Right. That part didn't happen with violence.
Right. He just
They
was. I mean,
just,
right. There could have been a little bit of pushing, maybe, to get him, but
right,
nothing.
who knows what happens at the end of the day. All they
Right.
know, right, is that they didn't have Paul.
Right. Exactly. It would have been worse if he didn't step in because Paul would be dead. But
And then to think, why would the governor ever defend the Jewish people?
well, he wanted to keep peace there too, right? Because they were ruling there, you know.
That would give me more credence to probably just keep him away from you.
Oh yeah.
He's a Roman citizen. And just be like,
Right.
you can't go back there.
Right.
And if you do, they're gonna kill you. Right? Uh And when I wanted to know the reason they accused him, I brought him before their council. I found out that he was accused concerning the question of their law, but had nothing charged against him deserving death or chains. And when it was told to me that by the Jews lay in wait for the man, I sent him immediately to you and also commanded his accusers to state before you the charges against him. Right. Which is exactly what they did. Okay.
Right.
Um,
So here they are coming.
yeah. Okay.
So not too bad, right? Things are getting in order.
Well, now you have both sides of the story, I guess, right?
Yeah, so that's fair too, right?
But I mean, there's the violence. Because then I feel like, right, that's the only thing that they really said.
Right, that was a little bit wrong, but let's continue and see, because let's see what happens, right?
But if he's also, this is also, I was just trying to like think big picture here, mother, right?
Okay,
Like, if Paul was, I guess, he was a thorn in the side to the Jewish people, I guess, right? A little bit.
to the high priest and the leaders, right? Because he was
Right,
preaching and taking people away from their faith, right?
right. Would he be
Eh,
doing the same thing in other, like, if the Romans took him back and then he started doing that stuff to them?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
No, who knows?
Right, and would they care?
Eh, I-
Right.
Then Paul, after the governor had nodded to him to speak, answered, inasmuch as I know that you have been for many years a judge of this nation, I do more cheerfully answer for myself, because you may ascertain that it is no more than 12 days since I went up to Jerusalem to worship, and they neither found me in the temple disputing with anyone, nor inciting the crowd, either by the synagogues or in the cities. He said, what was I doing?
Right. And it's true.
Nothing.
Nothing that he did, right? He was in the synagogue, what, to worship, right? Or
You're
to,
gonna find a trail of miracles
yeah.
and then a cloud of destruction behind them,
Mm,
which is the
mm.
Jewish people.
Oh boy. Wow. Sim
Nor can they prove the things of which they now accuse me. I'd like to see this ring of Nazarenes that you speak of.
mm-hmm. Full time.
But this I confess to you, that according to the way which they call a sect, so I worship the God of my fathers, believing all things which are written in the law and in the prophets.
Mhm. And that's what they call it, the way.
Mm.
And sometimes you see churches called the way, maybe, it's
Oh,
kind of
according to the way, yeah.
the way, the truth, the life. But if you ever see it, it comes from this.
Of the Nazarenes.
Well, that's what they're saying, but they did call it, for real, they called it the way. Oh, what are you asking? I'm so sorry. The Nazarene, let me see, that could be a little different.
No, the Nazarenes, the Essenes, that's the same thing.
Okay, the Nazarene.
And the Essenes,
Scenes. Okay, they're all the same, right? The
I don't know.
original
I don't
first.
want to lump them in together, right? Because they would have been separate groups, but
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
kind of thing. That's
Different
from another.
Jesus the Nazareth. The Nazareth, because he was
But
from
the Nazarenes would have been like a sect of Christianity, I guess, right?
Yes, yeah, it does seem so. Yes. Yes. Super duper. Thank you, Lord.
I have hope in God,
Yes.
me
Me
as well.
too. Me too. Let's have hope in God. Yes. But this is
Which,
Paul speaking.
right, which they themselves also accept that there will be a resurrection of the dead, both of the just and the unjust.
Mm,
This being so, I myself also or always strive to have conscience without offense towards God and men.
okay.
Now, after many years, I came to bring alms and offerings to my nation, in the midst of which some Jews from Asia found me purified in the temple, neither with a mob nor with a tumult. They ought to have been before you to object if they had anything against me. Right, they would have been here today.
Right.
Or else let those who are here themselves say if they found any wrongdoing in me while I stood before the council, unless it is for this one statement which I cried out, standing among them, concerning the resurrection of the dead, I am being judged by you this day.
Mm,
So, oh, I guess, right? So I guess when you're like ideas, you know, and concepts, and like when you're making shit up, something has to like catch.
okay.
And the only reason that they are truly there, right, is because they were saying that like people were gonna come back from the dead.
And well, in particular, they're probably because Jesus resurrected, right? And that's
Right, which they were also trying to bury. That
right.
was the only thing that they didn't want. Because if they could say that people weren't coming back, then they could have
Yeah,
invalidated Jesus.
they could have invalidated Jesus, which I'm sure that's what they wanted to do. Yes.
When we're trying to do in this as well, and Paul was trying to keep alive.
Right, right. He was trying, right. So in a way, the
So
art,
this was the one point, the sticking point.
mm, because if Jesus didn't get resurrected, then
But like, what is a Roman gonna say to that?
right,
You
that's
know
the
what a Roman believes?
right. The
Do you know what a Roman believes?
no.
That they had like Kronos, who had like 15 children,
Oh wow.
and then they became the Titans. I don't know if that's Greek or Roman, but like it's the same kind of thing, right? They had 12 gods.
Wow.
Do you think the idea of resurrection is foreign to a Roman? Because I can tell you for a fact it's not.
Right, I see what you're saying. It's not to a Roman, but it is a big sticking point for the Pharisees and
Yeah,
this.
but I'm saying, who's going to stand up for that?
Right, right,
I don't think the Roman would.
right. So Paul
They're going to
is
be like,
making
what are you
sure
talking about?
that they understand where this argument is coming from, right?
Right,
That it's really a religious argument in a way, right? In the laws, right?
right. But when Felix heard these things, having more accurate knowledge of the way,
Mm-hmm.
okay, he adjourned the proceedings and said, when Lysias, the commander, comes down, I will make a decision on your case.
Ah, so the commander's coming down too, right? So he can have a little powwow, right? A chat. Mm,
Right. Well, he's there to obviously, I think I say obviously, but he's probably there, right, to confirm something that Felix thinks.
right,
He said, I have to confirm another thing.
right, right. Yeah, and he's just like in a court case, right? We'll take a break, right?
Oh, I had to go
Uh,
validate, fact check.
yeah, exactly.
Right, we're gonna take a reset.
Adjudicate a recess. Yeah, that's it. That's what they're going to take. Yeah, perfect.
So he commanded the centurion to keep Paul and to let him have liberty.
And
What that mean?
give him freedom, right? Freedom to walk around, but to keep him safe,
Okay.
But not, and if you continue, you'll see also,
Okay. And told him not to forbid any of his friends to provide him or visit him.
provide for him or visit. And so they're given, he's not just stuck in a dungeon where no one can see him. He's out. He's he's in protected area, but they're letting his friends come visit and stuff. So and they're taking care of him, right? Provide for him.
Right.
So they're keeping him safe, but also giving him freedom.
Right.
But they definitely don't want him out in the world, and that the other people would kill them under their watch, you know?
Yeah. No, it's okay. Yeah. And after some days, when Felix came with his wife, Drusilla, who was Jewish. Oh no.
Oh no, says Jerry. You don't worry, let's see.
No, that's so funny because like it's so funny that the Jews would bring
Oh,
a Jewish thing to them, and his wife is Jewish.
right, I see what you're saying.
Because he's gonna talk about this most likely with his wife.
Mm-hmm. That's true,
And
right?
she's gonna like fact check everything, right?
Right. So in verse 22, it was interesting because he's saying having more accurate knowledge of the way.
How he have that knowledge?
I know,
Yeah, but a Jewish wife,
right. And then he might have, Jewish brother-in-laws and
Jewish
father-in-laws.
family. He's probably been to the land.
Right.
Said
I
these
mean, I
guys.
think they're still there somewhere, right? Because it was in Herod's Praetorium that he was. So I think they're not in Rome yet. They're
Right.
still in
I don't know.
Jerusalem, maybe, or right. I'm not sure where that is. Actually, that's a good question. Or Caesarea, maybe that's what it is. Let's see. So
Oh, I have no idea.
they're still in the land, somewhere in that area still.
And after some days, right? Okay. He sent for Paul and heard him concerning the faith in Christ. Now, as he reasoned about righteousness, self-control, and the judgment to come, Felix was afraid and answered, "Go away for now. When I have a convenient time, I will call for you." Oh no.
Okay, right. So Herod's Praetorium in Acts 23, that's where it is the cap is Caesarea, the capital city where the Roman governor resided. It was built by Herod the Great, okay. But it's still there in the land.
Right. I don't think that matters.
No, no, but
This guy was probably born in Rome,
what
correct?
happened?
Was he not born in Rome,
He
Felix?
could he could be, I don't know. He could be. Could be. Could
Uh,
be.
it's possible, right?
It's right, we don't know. Either way, he's here and he married a Jewish
I
lady.
don't think he was born in Rome, but yeah.
Okay. He might not have been, right? But grew
No,
up
I
with
think
that,
he was probably born. It doesn't matter where he was born.
right.
It kind of does. I don't
Right.
think you would have an official that was born in the area,
Mm,
not
but
in the
could
Roman
be a few
Empire.
generations, maybe.
I
Mm,
don't know how long they were in charge.
right, right, exactly.
Okay, where was I?
You were in, so he said, go away when I have a convenient time, I will call for you, right? Okay. Now, verse 26.
No. Meanwhile, he also hoped that money would be given him by Paul. Oh God, that he might release him. Therefore, he sent for him more often and conversed with him. But after 2 years, Porcius Festus succeeded Felix, and Felix, wanting to do the Jews a favor, left Paul bound.
Wow. So here he is, right? And he wanted to let him go, but was he hoping to get a bribe? Is that what he meant?
Yeah,
Meanwhile, okay.
for sure.
But in the meantime, he really liked him, right? So he kept him in that 2 years. 2 years is a long time, but he had his friends could come visit and all that. So this is the time he could have wrote letters, right? This is kind of a jail. He might have wrote letters, some
Right.
letters here, right? Maybe, possibly to
Might have, yeah.
to the places he visited, right? To tell him what was happening, right? Possibly.
So
We
he
don't,
just got left with a guard? That's crazy.
right. And the people can visit him and stuff.
So where did Felix end up?
Yeah, so Felix just went off on his merry way after he was,
Felix is about with his life because again, I don't think he was smart.
now he's not right. The other guy succeeded him, so now and he wanted to do the Jews a favor. He left Paul bound. So he didn't want to upset the Jews, so he left him bound, as in still in prison, right?
As in, he wasn't causing the Jews any trouble.
Right, exactly. Because if he released him, then
He'd
the,
probably go about his
the
business.
Jews wouldn't be happy. So yeah, that's kind of, so he left him. But now here's Paul in limbo, right? Because we're not sure what's going to happen. And here's Fetz, Fetus. No, how do you say that name?
Festus?
Festus. Yeah, Festus. And we're going to hear about him next time, I think, right?
And we certainly will.
A new character.
And my title says Paul appeals to Caesar.
Right. And then
Oh,
that's
and
gonna
then he
get,
takes him. Okay.
then he takes
Crazy.
him to, yeah. But there's a lot happening yet, so a few more um legal proceedings and politics going on, right? Yay. So put on your seatbelts and get ready.
Put on your seatbelts and strap in for the ride.
Yeah. And the Lord bless you. Do you want me to say it? The Lord
The
bless
Lord bless you and the Lord keep you.
you? Yes. Yeah, just like he kept. Remember, he said he kept him. Like he
Yeah.
protected him. Not that kind of kept him, but he protected him in the bubble.
Right. I don't know the next word. I need some
Oh, the Lord,
assistance.
right. The Lord
Bless you and the Lord keep you. The Lord make his
make his
face shine
face
upon
shine
you,
upon you and be gracious to you.
just to you.
The
The
Lord
Lord
lift
lift
up
up
his
his
countenance upon you and give you peace.
peace. Did we miss a thing? Or did I miss a thing?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Sometimes I do think that I miss it.
You
This is
said it like perfectly, not but like
before.
15
I
minutes.
right. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace.
Okay.
Amen. And number 6, that's the blessing. And it's a powerful blessing, daughters. It's a good blessing to pray over your family and over people that say, pray for me, and you don't know what to pray for them.
Right.
Because God will honor his blessing, you know. He gave
He
it to us.
certainly will.
Yes.
Mm. So find some peace.